Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea are two of the most spectacular theme parks in the world. They have some of the best rides, some of the best walk-through attractions, some of the best themed areas, some of the best shows, some of the best cast members, and yet the parks feel like they're missing something to me. I'm Jordan. Hello. I'm a Brit who's been living in Tokyo for 6 years now, going to the Tokyo Disney parks constantly because that's the whole reason that I moved here. Yes, I am that guy, but there's one thing that I really think the parks are missing, and that's boring old crap. And I say this very lovingly. I'm a kid who grew up going to Walt Disney World, and legit one of my favorite attractions was the Carousel of Progress, and another one of my favorite attractions was the People Mover. And I can honestly say I haven't been to Walt Disney World since 2009, and the parks have changed a ton. But if I was going there tomorrow, the first place I would go would be to the Magic Kingdom, go to the hub, turn right, go straight into the Carousel of Progress, and ride the People Mover. There's something so endearing about these old school Disney attractions that have a slower pace, normally an original story that's not based on a movie or anything, normally way more populated with animatronics than some of the modern stuff we get. And it's just nice. It's just really, really nice. Tokyo Disney, we have the Country Bear Jamboree. That's probably the closest we get to what I'm calling boring old crap. And I really do mean it in a very endearing way. Country Bear Jamboree is pretty old, and it's an animatronic show. It's a slow pace, it's not a ride. There's tons of different animatronics to see. It's great, and I love it so, so much. But let me define boring old crap a little bit more. I don't think Country Bear Jamboree is boring enough. I think we need it to be more boring. And to be honest, I think Tokyo Disneyland had exactly the thing that I'm talking about for a very long time. Unfortunately, it was removed so that they could build Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek, which is one of my favorite rides in the park, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. But Meet the World was Carousel of Progress. It was a show that was originally designed for Epcot for the Japan Pavilion because it was all about the history of Japan and how they opened up and started letting other countries come in after years and years of being very secluded and being on their own. The show itself was kind of the opposite of Carousel of Progress technologically, in that in Carousel of Progress, the audience is sitting on the outside and there's a stage in the middle that turns. It's like the audience is like a donut and the center part stays still while the audience moves around them. In Meet the World, the audience was sitting in the center part of the donut, hello, and then the scenes were moving around them. So that meant that the scenes could be a lot more open, a lot more expansive, and a lot bigger. It's honestly a genius way to use this absolutely fantastic technology. Carousel of Progress is genius. It's so, so good. And it absolutely gobbles up crowds and capacity. And I think that's part of what I'm getting at. And I think this is something that Disney parks around the world are all kind of suffering with. It's not just a Tokyo thing. And that's the death of edutainment. We just talked about Epcot. Meet the World was designed for Epcot, right? Epcot was sort of where this idea really took flight and exploded. The idea of using rides and theme parks as a way of educating people as well as entertaining them. Put those words together, you get edutainment, because Disney loved to take two words and force them together, like when you're trying to breed two animals. Tokyo Disney is fantastic. Tokyo Disney is magical, it's immersive, it's impressive, it's spectacular. I've been going there regularly for 6 years, and I don't think I've ever learned anything. I really don't think I have. Oh, maybe in Fortress Explorations at DisneySea. Maybe in there. Fortress Explorations is where the SEA originally began. If you don't know, the SEA is the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. And you can see that it was made for DisneySea because those letters spell out SEAC, which is the name of the park. How clever. What a lot of people don't realize is, although in recent years, this has been like a fictional group for fictional characters, such as Harrison Hightower from DisneySea's Tower of Terror, Henry Mystic from Mystic Manor in Hong Kong Disneyland, Camellia Falco from Soaring, that's also at DisneySea. These are all newer additions. There have been things in the American parks as well, but they never really do as much with them. But what a lot of people don't realize is that It started in Fortress Explorations as a fictional group of real people, of real explorers and adventurers, of real scientists and philosophers and mathematicians and travelers around the world. I mean, the bar there is called Magellan's, for goodness sake. So there's probably something to learn in there, to be fair. But it's not boring old crap. Fortress Explorations is incredible. It's gorgeous. It's super immersive. It's the beating heart of DisneySea, I always say. Okay, I'll put it this way. I think the thing that I miss the most, being a kid who grew up going to Walt Disney World and now goes to Tokyo Disney for a bit of that nostalgia from my childhood, the thing that I'm craving, the thing that I don't quite get a bite of here, is Carousel of Progress, Spaceship Earth, great movie ride. I think that's a whole flavor of Disney Parks magic that just isn't on the menu here. And I wish it was. I wish it was. So there you go, just a super nerdy rant. I know this is a bit of a different type of video for this channel, probably one that's not going to appeal to many people, but I just really wanted to get that off my chest. If you get what I'm saying, please do write down in the comments and let Disney know we want more boring old crap, not just for Tokyo Disney, for everywhere. Edutain me, please, let us learn something. I think the future of DisneySea, there's really space for this. Let me learn about the ocean. Let me go to Port Discovery and learn about the ocean, you know? Come on, you guys. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe and like it. If you really want to help me out and support the channel, I have to pay full price every time I want to go to the Tokyo Disney Parks. They have no annual passes. It makes me cry on a daily basis. If you don't want me to cry so much anymore, please help me out on Patreon. All of the money from that goes to park tickets, which goes to these videos. And that's just the circle of life, isn't it? That's my own little carousel of progress, is the Patreon money going to the park tickets, which make videos, which then help me to get more Patreon subscribers. I hope. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Check out this video next.